Welcome, Dragon Champions, to another Dragon Champions stream. I am your host, Dragon. We are going to have a good time today. So what we're actually talking about is we're going to do some raiding, not raiding, we're going to raid the tower is really what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about the changes that they made to the raid, but first off, what we're going to talk about is Guild of Survivors. All right, this is the completing tower levels, and if you do this properly, you can actually do 3 runs in the 24-hour period. And I've set it up this way for everybody to be able to show you how this is done. So what you want to do, the first thing you want to do on these is you want to go in and look at the guild quests. The guild quest is always going to go, and it rotates. It's different every week because they don't have a certain amount of guild quests that are happening every week. Like when I was playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, this was always happening. If I remember correctly, it was you would save them for, it was like Sunday, Monday, and then you do it all on Tuesday. This one, it's anytime it's after you are doing arena. And so when you're looking at the guild quest, you want to see what they are and then say, okay, well, this one's the arena battles. I got to win arena battles. The next one's going to be Guild of Saviors. If you know that's coming, you can save your tower run. By the way you do that is you can still get the daily quest for doing it, and I've saved this as well today so I can show it. But you can go into battle. All right, and I'll show you right now. You go into daily quests. See, I have take part in, just says take part in 1 tower battle. So if I want to go in here and take part into a tower battle, right, I can log in. I can go into battle. And when you go into battle, it doesn't really matter what you have, that sort of stuff. You just go in, and then you can immediately escape. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for you so you can see how, see that it does work and that you can do that. Once you do that, right, you go in, just leave. And that's really how it's done. And so today I have 2, and then tomorrow I'll do my next round, and that'll give me 3 full runs within the time frame. So as you can see, it'll show daily quest, take part in a tower battle, boom, done. There you go. It really is that simple. But let's go ahead and get in here. So as you guys probably already know, they adjusted the power, the overall power, so they can look at. So let's look at me. I'm currently ranked 20th on my server. I have 380,533 total power. Not bad. Not bad at all, I don't think. And if you look at my max power, my max party power is 82,000, 82,080, and this is currently my arena team that I am running. And not too bad. Kind of go in here and look at my arena. I actually, it was 22, not too, stayed in the top 25, which is good. It's kind of where I've been hovering anyway, is between 11 and 25. I did break the top 10 there a couple of times, but that was back in the Wonder Lula nerfs. That was before the Wonder Lula nerf, and so that didn't really count, but, we'll take it. So let's go ahead and go into battle. And as you can see, these first ones are going to be quite low. This is the team that I tend to use with Ken Lee and Patriarch Chi here. Best lead for tower, no doubt about it. And so a full order team can really get you a long way into the battle and into the tower. The intent, I think, from the developers was to make tower easier. I've received plenty of feedback, and that feedback seems to think that it's not much easier. People are completing it, but it doesn't seem to be really all that much easier. And so I don't really know. Like I have had to struggle, but I'm not losing to get through, anything like that. I'm not losing to get in there. I'm not I'm not really having a hard time, but I'm losing characters now, as opposed to just being able to walk through it. But as you can see, I'm not taunting. I'm not wasting any abilities on these first levels. I'm simply just basic attacking. Very important. Tower strategies are important. How you handle the tower is important. You know, if you're just going in and you start using all your abilities, that's gonna be problematic. You're not gonna have your cooldowns reset and that sort of thing. So these first few levels, all I do is just go in and battle, and I'm using my basic attack. My characters are so much stronger than the lower tower that there isn't a reason to use like my special attack or boost my guys up right now. Because see, I one shot Mar there, and see, I one shot her basically with Wonderlua. We're not going to taunt still. And I think for anyone, it's going to be this way. Like, I know I'm level 69, and so, you know, you're pretty well going to be able to do this for the first 2 or 3 levels. Just walk over your opponents. But I think a lot of people make the mistake of going in and using all your abilities and that sort of stuff. You're going to crush them anyway, so there's no point in wasting your abilities and that sort of thing when you're waiting, because these guys, they're still level 60, right? They're still level 60. Their gear, and you can click on them, right? It's gear 7, right? He just doesn't have that much that many hit points and that much shields. And so let's go back into the tower. Since the update, my computer doesn't seem to want to run the game as well as it was. I was kind of hoping that it would run it even better because of the compatibility, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Let's see. Alright, well, I did use the stealth ability because she's going to go ahead and hit dodge, and I just don't want to deal with that. And so I'm going to blow her up as soon as I can. So we'll just go ahead and just one shot Darian here, and we'll just go right after Trumgar. And see, we'll just use basics. What I didn't really want is for her to throw off that dodge, and then all of a sudden now we have a bunch of people dodging constantly. Yep, dodge here, dodge there. Not at all fun. So tell me how you're, leave it if you're watching this either live, or if you're, hey, what's going on, Roman? If you're watching this live, or if you're watching this later, leave in the comments how your tower runs are going. What do you think of the changes? That sort of thing. Hey, thanks for being here, my friend. Appreciate you. So we're talking about the tower. If you have any questions about the tower or how your tower runs are going, or if you have comments about how you think the tower's going, but what I've been highlighting here is these first few levels, you don't need to do much more than a basic attack. If you're brand new to the game, you're brand new to the tower, you're probably going to need to do more than just a basic attack. But if you're higher level, basic attacks are going to probably do everything you need them to do in the beginning. So we can just ignore Trumgar and just leave him for last. And like I said, we're still doing basics. There's no real reason to do anything but a basic attack. And we're done. Eventually, they're going to get hard, right? Eventually, they're going to get harder. As you've heard me say before, when we get to level 3, I have a backup team for clans. that I use. So it says, you think out tower is pretty easy, but I only have one team maxed out, one medium team, and one serviceable team. Otherwise, I don't have any other level 2s trying to keep my character power low. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Not necessarily a bad thing on that. It's kind of what you need for tower, is you really kind of have to have a, a serviceable team. Like I have, this team here that I run. This is kind of my serviceable team. I mean, because if you look at, when you're looking at my Venomate, he may be 7 stars, but his skills are not maxed out. Hey, Lord Varsh, what's going on, man? Good to have you. So you have to have those kind of serviceable teams, but 3 teams. If you have 3 decent teams, you can get through tower, and tower is not really a problem. What I'm doing on this particular run is I'm going through what I would normally do. This is my normal progression run, just how I usually hand it with the teams that I usually use. The next run I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my orcs, which I think most people have orcs leveled up or geared up. Yeah, and you're only level 48. See, and you're doing it well. You're doing really well. Just made the tower with 3 teams yesterday. Yeah. And I know, see, Lord Varsh, you and I have been talking, and you've been having difficulty getting through, and you have 3 teams. And so, is it even viable? Right? Can you even do, can you even do a, multiple team or one team walkthrough, especially with orcs? I'm not sure I can do it. I have Hard Orc, though, and he's pretty well geared, and so I'm thinking that I might have a solid chance to do well with just orcs, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it out and see how it goes. You do, and you do have to save. Yeah, exactly. No, you do have to save abilities. At your level at 48, you may be able to do it. I'm just at 69. I'm not sure I can get through with my orc team. The reason why I'm waiting is because if you look at, I think what I really need for my orc team to be able to take it from down all the way up, I can put on this extra gear piece, but I think I need this ability here. I need 30 more of these ability scrolls so I can get damage increase for 2 turns. I think that's going to be a big help for damage, and so that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, go Hera, Salve, Trom, Mortha, and Puncher. Yeah, that would be a good team. It's funny because I have every single one of those characters. I even have Puncher, 7-starred or almost 7-starred, but I don't have him geared. And so that's kind of where I'm at. He's level 13. He's got 6 stars, but he's got enough spots. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment with him. Let's see. Yeah, no, Puncher's good, especially if you can get him maxed out. He's a lot more viable than some people would give him credit for. His AoE, I was curious to see. Yep, he's a PvP beast. It really is true. His ability to be able to pop everybody either out of stealth or, with his ability, he can add. He can make everybody, taunt, which is really, really good. So, yeah, it's very, very well done. And as you can see here, I'm still just using basic attacks. There's no reason to do anything but a basic attack at the present moment. Oh, on Puncher Face? Are we talking about his ability? Every ability does damage. Yes, I do like that as well. Like I said, I haven't had the opportunity yet to really get to use him. I've been up against him plenty of times, and you know, you can only do so much. But yes, Puncher Face is really good. So once again, now we have another team that's, level 49. We're just gonna walk through these guys too. Yeah, if you can get his speed up, yeah, that would be really good. So how's your tournament run going? I saw that you were, looks like you're right below me, Lord Varsh, in the tournament at the moment. Holding 6, yeah, I think I'm in like in 4th. I don't see myself. I'm hoping to be in the top. I was hoping, I was looking really good for me, and then kind of fell apart. Let's see. Tournament. Let's see where I'm currently at in the tournament. So I'm ranked 3 in one and 13 in the other. So here I'm in 3rd, and then Lord Varsh you're in 7th, it looks like. It is hit or miss. That is very true. But I have 2 tickets right now. The reason why I'm not, like, I could attack these guys here, and lower them, and then Lord Varsh could move up. That would probably work out pretty well for him. And then in this tournament here, I'm getting wrecked by people who have Venomate. That's really what's going on. Is that people who have Venomate are, fully geared out and they're doing very well, which is kind of ironic because he's kind of the PvP of this. He's kind of the MVP of this PvP arena, and he's the prize. So yeah, and that's kind of what it is. I would like to see. I was reading something today that talked about participation, right? And that people kind of feel like you're not getting enough. You don't get enough for participating. Like you can see, I've been participating. I've been playing. I've been engaging. I'm using all my. Every time I get 5, I happen to be home today, and so I didn't have to work. Well, I took the day off, and because I took the day off, I was able to. I'm just gonna go ahead and blow these guys up. I was able to stay here and use my tickets and that sort of stuff and be pre-productive about it. So we're just gonna do some management here. Corcoran's dead. Like I said, she still does a good bit of damage. Miss Wonder Lula here. Yeah, and I'm kind of wondering if yeah, the people who try, well, I can tell you, like it seems to be what I'm seeing is like if you look down at mine, right? There are obviously people coming in later into the tournament. And this is what I'm talking about. So we have tournaments if we go into this one, all right, obviously I'm 34 and 19, 29. These guys have been playing just as many, and they're doing very well, and they've got good teams. And so but you see like 9 and 5, and he's in 12th. All right, do we have any people who, these guys here are 10 and 12, right? And most of it has to be with lower levels. I'm kind of thinking that maybe what they should be doing is doing it every 5 levels or every, or something like that, because the gap between 70 70 and 63 is huge. But what I'm talking about is here you have guys who have jumped in late, and you'll have it tomorrow too, who are 5 and 0. All right. So this guy's 8 and 0. All right, 8 and 2, 7 and 1, 7 and 1, 6 and 0, and they're holding these top spots. All right, nobody's, and he's 70, and he's probably going to have those. This guy here, 64, he's 7 and 1, so we could probably, but like 11 and 6, all right, he doesn't have, when you're being attacked, you're losing, you gain certain points, but you're just 6 and 1, 6 and 1, 6 and 1. Not too big. This guy right here, he's 5 and 0, but he's down. He's at 21 because he came in late, and so he's going to end up having to build himself up. I don't know. That's just what they were saying. I'm curious. I find that I'm usually in the top 10 on every tournament. I have won a few, which is kind of cool. Well, maybe they should be. Maybe they shouldn't be. I don't know. I think it seems to be a little inherently unfair for a level 61 to have to compete against a level 70. Because the level 70, at level 70, there's a gear jump. And maybe that's where they should have them, is where the gear jumps are. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's see. We can run this team again. I'm not sure they overcorrected Lula. I did create a video that kind of shows what she's going to be like when she's fully maxed out. And she's still one-shotting people. And so I think that once we get to max level, you're going to find that she's just as strong as she was. Obviously, with the basic attack that she had was just broken. I loved it. Everybody loved it who had her, right? And the people who didn't have her hated it. So I can't say I blame them there. So let's see. Nope. Should have used my ability. Let's just go ahead and stealth. Let's throw up the dodge. Probably should have attacked Mortha. Ooh. That's true. Yeah, 4 to 5 stars is just weaker. But, it's kind of interesting because there for a while, when I first started playing the game, it seemed as if I had maxed out skills, right, the star count didn't seem to matter too much. I mean, it does improve overall. Like, it does improve their overall performance. There's no doubt about that. But a 5-star, my 5-star Wonder Lula was doing very, very well, and out damaging, right, with her normal attack, not her. She was with her special attack, her second attack. She was out damaging, an IDL who I thought was, really powerful, and so, she was still throwing out those attacks. Oh, looks like the puppy's wanting to come in, so give me a second here as this loads up. I'm gonna let her in the room. I'll be right back. What are you doing? Come on in, Miss Puppy. Oh, I have to turn on the puppy cam. Anybody want to see the puppy cam? Let's go. Come here, Lucy. Lucy, come here. Let's see. Oh, come here, baby. See if I can turn the camera on. Oh, nope, that camera's not gonna work. That camera pulled up a different game. Apparently I don't have the camera set up here right now. Get a little Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Jedi in the background there. Oh, okay, let's see. What do we got? Oh, yeah, yeah, huge difference. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this game seems to be less dependent than, say, Star Wars Galaxy Heroes on star level. Looks like we're starting to get up there, so we're gonna start using abilities. Let's kill Mr. Lover. Boom. See, she still does good damage. Right, but as you can see, Nightiel is doing more damage. She didn't even crit and did 16. Right now, I do believe that Nightiel is my MVP. I think that she's just phenomenal. And she's doing quite well. As we can see, we're getting some ability scrolls. I've been kind of stuck. The dark colors. I am playing on BlueStacks, yes. At the moment, Jar Jar. So yes, I am currently on BlueStacks. That is how I'm currently playing. Yeah. No, I think she's just awesome. And in fact, in the last tournament, I think the only reason why I won it is because I had Nightiel, and a lot of people were simply running Trumguard lead, and they didn't have ability to have a whole lot of debuff or buffs, and so she just kept removing the taunt, and so that was not very beneficial for everybody else. So we're gonna go ahead and taunt here. So yeah, well, they are kind of a darker tone, and I am playing in 4K at the moment, at 60 frames a second. So that's I don't know if that could be a part of it. Let's go ahead and just armor up. See, like there, she just took away the taunt off of him. And so. Let's see if we can get a big hit. Not too bad. No, we're just going to go ahead and power up again. Let's erase those buffs. Those debuffs. Let's just finish off Tromguard here. Mr. Trommy. See a big hit? Yep, see. Nightiel. Oh my gosh, Nightiel, you were phenomenal. My Ken Lee is not great. He's close to 7 stars. His gear's pretty good. His abilities are suffering. I'll show you. I think he's 3 or 4 across the board. I want to say he's level 3 across the board on his skills. But his gear's pretty decent. I think he's at least gear 8. So let me take a look. See it, pull him up here. No, BlueStacks, you were driving me nuts today. And he's only level 65. Yep, 3 across the board, gear 8. And so that's kind of where he is. Does the new orc dispel on his basic? Well, let's take a look. I don't remember whether he did or didn't. It does look like he removes buffs. Yes, deals 240% physical damage. If this blow was a critical, he removes 2 buffs from that enemy for each goblin in the team. And so it's contingent on there having a goblin on the team. and it has to be a critical. So there's too much for each goblin. So you're gonna have to have some goblin synergy there. I mean, I think he looks really awesome. I like his big old fist of fury here. I think he's pretty cool. I'm not terribly sure how great he's going to be. He, just as an overall, like, I think he's going to be a meta defining character? I don't think so. And, yeah, it could be, but we have other ways of doing that. I'm not sure he's going to be there. I mean, you have other characters that can manipulate buffs and debuffs. Obviously, Nightingale's doing that now. You have Puncherface, who can do just that as well. My man, Siege Lord. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who would you run with him? I mean, that's a good question. The first thing I would think of is he has synergies with old lore, and so when you're thinking about doing, raids, he sounds like he would be really, really good in a raid context. But he has old lore synergies. I don't know the goblins particularly well. The only goblin I even had leveled up at one point was old lore. Simply because I got him. I got him out of a pack, and I didn't have many other characters at the time, and I ended up 7-starring him right away, and so I was like, oh, might as well use him. And then I think one of the very first tournaments had him as one of the characters you had to use, and so I was using him for that. But there are some pretty good... Major Shots are actually quite a good goblin with his ability to cast blind. I mean, blind, you just flat out miss. Adam's just horrible. Oh. One with the scooter. Yeah, no, you could be with the scooter. I think the one with the scooter is old lore. And we can look more at his kit. I'm going to unlock him. I don't have any... it looks like I'm going to be able to unlock him fairly easily. And so I'll have him unlocked. I think when we look at the events, he will unlock at... I think when we add all these up... Let's see here. He's going to unlock at 3 stars, and so you can bump him to 4 stars. And so I'll be doing that, and we'll see. But you got to have your... I've got Hera, Snorri, Revel, Mar, and Hard Orc, and I think that's going to be plenty to finish him up. Yeah, he will help the goblins in tournaments, no doubt about that. But I think that when you're looking at old lore, let's look at his kit again. Come here, Mr. Orc. BlueStacks, man, you drive me nuts. So, let's see. Look, I have Puncherface right here. He's he's 7 stars, but I don't even have him unlocked or done anything. So if we look at his kit, he go all the way down here. He inflicts armor. He does an AOE, which is really, really nice. And then right here, he gains damage increase for 2 turns, recovers 15% of enchantment for each living orc in the team. And then here's the, if old lore is on the battlefield, he gains the same amount of turn meter and decrease damage for 2 turns. If there is a Darien on the battlefield, he gains cheat death and debuff immunity for 2 turns. This is what's going to make him good for the first phase against Soleus in the raid. And then if you end up having to need to turn around and use them again, you can use them on the dragon to bring down the scales. And so I think that that's the idea. So it gives you another person you can use against Soleus. And so that's kind of what you're looking at. Yeah, Snorri is good. And what level are you currently, Jar Jar? So I can get a kind of an idea. Who's the goblin in the scooter? His name is Old Lore. You're 60. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, with being level 60, yeah, what's kind of interesting is I found that I was gearing up Snorri and love Snorri, and he is a great character. But as you can see, I've kind of gone away from him because there are other characters who are just stronger than him at the moment. But he's fast and he gets the job done, no doubt about that. But when you start getting Nightiel and you get Wonder Lula, the two of them together, their single target DPS is just phenomenal. And I really like that. Let's see if we can slow it down and get a big hit. Big hit. Oh, 13,800. That's not too bad. 10,000. Another 5 coming out. Ken Lee with the with the critical. I don't really need to do that, so let's just throw up a armor. Let's see. Ken Lee's hurting, but I'm not even gonna bother. I could clear those debuffs, but I'm not sure why I need to. Just reset our cooldowns here. There we go. Oh, no, I have a different goblin. Oh, okay, can't think of his name. Oh, let's go look him up real quick. You're saying he's riding a scooter. All the goblins seem to be riding something. Little machinists that they are. Let's look at the goblins. Go to goblins. Does it every damn time. Just go straight to Nightiel. There we go. Come on. Goblins. Alright. I guess it kind of looks like a scooter with him, but that's not who you're looking for. And then there's Adam, who's kind of in the mech. Major Shot, he's one of the better ones. I think it's this ability. Yeah, right here. Cast Blindness and Healing block for 2 turns on all enemies. This is really good. It's really good. If you've ever had to fight somebody who has this character and you have healers, it's just it wrecks. And then Mara. Oh, is this the guy you're talking about? Sergeant Pigwald. He's kind of in a scooter with the little piggy. Yeah, he can do a ton of damage. I mean, they're not bad. Not bad, yeah, Sergeant. And then of course they don't have a healer yet, but this is their healer, and she's can be a kind of a pain in the butt to go against. And then of course the General Murdoch, who is their leader, but he's not in the game yet. He does do really good damage. In fact, when I have to go against him and that sort of stuff, I tend to go, all right, well, let's try to kill that guy off as fast as possible. So we have one over here that we have to use only orcs in. Since I've saved my orc team, I think that we should be able to do this just fine. But we are going to bring in hard orc. We do need. Who we really need is Renara. I'm really looking forward to her coming into the game. Let's go after. Let's go straight after Mar, because he's gonna do a ton of damage. We don't like that. I did not drop the bear because I did not want to. Probably should have though, because when Nightiel goes, she's gonna pull the taunt away. Yep. Yeah, see, and this is part of the reason why. Let's just back out. Yeah, hype for Renara. Yes. Hard Orc's not cheating. This is just the orc thing. I am going to try to go in with the orcs here in a minute. I just don't think my orcs are good enough to even run all the way up. Not even close to good enough. It's the revive, yeah. It's the revive that I really want. I think that the revive will be pretty phenomenal. But let's see. Maybe I'll just attack at Nightiel right away this time. Yeah, she has cheat death, but that'll be okay. Alright. Dang, skipping his turn and everything. Let's do some regen. This is where we're probably going to lose a bunch of people. Yep. You can kind of see it coming. Their guy's going to attack. Their Mars still faster than mine. Let's put up cheat death and regeneration. Hiya! He's so good, but he takes so long to get there. Takes so long to get there. Urzatron streams? No, I don't know who that is. So. Is it like a Jolie revive? It kind of is. Oh no, I don't think I did. Most of the YouTubers that I really enjoyed when I was playing that game were like Arnold T101 and Mobile Gamer. Those were the guys that I really liked. Yeah. All right, well, we're getting into the meat now. We're getting into the meat. We're going to floor 10, and so we'll pull these guys out. Usually, by the time I get into this, I start just playing my normal team. I actually have changed my arena team up some, but we're still gonna stay. We're still gonna stay with. So. Yeah, they're OGs. Yeah, and yeah, I know Cubs fan. I really like him too. In fact, I've been I've been following him. I like his stuff. He's been doing some Dragon Champions content, and I really have enjoyed it too. I mean, they're all great. I just hadn't heard of the other guy. Let's go ahead and give him the debuff. Let's go ahead and go under stealth. There we go. Let's go ahead and get the taunt up. Let's go ahead and go after Nightiel. Oh, bad RNG. Bad RNG. Oof. 18,000. Nightiel dead. We gotta probably kill Freezord now. We'll go ahead and pop a heal. Yeah, I've been actually meaning to watch that. I have a hard time. I have a hard time watching stuff on Star Wars Galaxy Heroes right now because I quit playing, and I quit playing because it's just the devs are just awful, and it's just bad. And I don't have anything nice to say, so I'm just not going to say anything at all. And so this game I'm enjoying. I enjoy this one a lot. And so I'm going to continue to play this game and just not play that one. So. Yeah, this game can be pricey. I still think I never played Star Wars Galaxy Heroes with a lot of money, but I always feel like I get value when I spend money in this game. That's the difference for me. Like, I feel like when I spend money on this, I get value. Like when I buy, packs, or when I bought packs, I get stuff. When I buy gear, I'm getting something for it. When I'm, getting, um, when I buy the energy pack, I'm getting the energy. You know, Even when I'm buying the little tournament packs, right? I usually do it for a reason. I'm getting stuff for it. I'm not sure I care too much about the keys, like the money keys. I think that's a little, for the most part, it seems to be a little gimmicky. I bought the last couple of those packs and didn't really get a whole lot of money from them because, of course, it's random and but I'm not going to complain too much. I'd much rather see them have a set amount of money in those packs, because for $5.49 they do sell like 2.2 million credits for essentially $5.50 US, and so I kind of feel like you could have a better value there, but for the most part it's not too bad. I mean, if they start doing marquees and that sort of stuff, and then that's probably gonna. I probably won't be spending a ton of money on that. I mean, unless for yeah, yeah, they can. Yeah, right out the gate they go out and did it. You could easily do that. If. For me, this is a hobby and I really enjoy it, and I'm doing the YouTube content as a hobby, and it's I'm super blessed that the channel is growing exponentially. People really seem to like the content, which makes me super happy because I can provide something that people are enjoying. And that's good. I'm glad they're enjoying it, and I'm glad I'm able to produce content that people like. But for the most part, for me, I mean, I'm not going to be going out and dropping, thousands upon thousands of dollars on the game. I don't have that kind of money. I can't afford to do that. But, did a bunch of premium chests. Yeah, and I did. I bought premium chests, and I did jump start it and I've spent money in this game. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I spend money on the game. I'm not free to play in the slightest, but I'm not wailing hard either. I'm not, I've not spent, thousands of dollars, hundreds, yes, no doubt about that. Yeah, the 10 pull premiums are worth it, no doubt about it. The 10 pull premiums are worth it. It's when and if they come out with another, when and if they come out with another pull, like if they drop another double currency, I will certainly buy it again. Anytime I can get double value, I tend to be pretty happy with that. Alrighty, going into Tower 2. We just ran through 11 like it was nothing. So let's see what happens in 12. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's good. I mean, yeah, if I'm the type of person, look, I will never tell people don't spend your money on this or don't spend your money on that. But if you enjoy this game is, I think, free to play friendly. It seems to that people can play the game and not have to spend a lot of money and still get a lot of enjoyment out of it. And then I think that you can spend a lot of money and have a lot of enjoyment and get a lot of enjoyment out of it, and and get value. And Ken Lee is just not nearly as broken as he was. That's super nice. was able to get through him pretty quick. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't. Oh, yay. Alright, let's go. Man, having that armor up really helped. It depends on what they offer. Yep, value's key. Yeah. You know, those scroll packs, every time they have a scroll pack, man, I'm all over the scroll packs. I've been buying the tournament packs, but I was doing that for energy. I think that it's kind of messed me up because, as one of my subscribers pointed out, I better go after Solius real quick because he's gonna keep healing. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. I was talking more than playing. Oof, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Big hit there. Super dead. Come back over to Kenley. Like, I still think Kenley is one of the best tanks in the game. I mean, he's not Tromguard, but Trumguard, not Guard, Gar. But still really good. Really, really good. So your PC, yeah, mine can barely handle. my PC's not. I don't run on a big gaming PC. I play most of my games on Xbox. Xbox One X. I have an Xbox One X, and I play most of my video games on the Xbox One X. And I do have a computer that allows me to stream, and I can stream in 1080p. And right now, this is currently, you know, set to 4K, and I have a 4K monitor and that sort of stuff that I play on. Very nice stuff. But I don't have a gaming computer. I don't have a computer that has huge processing power. That's not a 3 GB video card in this thing. It's enough. It'll run it. So. Yeah, exactly. It felt like you were just never hitting him. Ever going to hit him. So, there you go. So, I went through the tower basically with the same team the whole time. Putting speed on your arena teams. Yes, you absolutely have to have speed. And the really sad part is that I don't have enough. I don't have enough speed. So, as I said before, we went through that tower run how I normally go through it. I am going to try to use orcs now to go through. Yeah, every tune has a speed primary, and then speed substats as well. Yeah, Lord Varshi, he'll tell you. Yeah, you almost have to. So, all right, we're gonna get Rantha, Trumgar. This is not going to go well. I'll use Corcoran for now. Hey Aqua, what's going on, my friend? It's good to see you. How you doing in the tournament? Glad you're here. So what we're doing right now is I've completed my first run through the tower. We are going to do the second run. I'm going to try to see how far I can get with my orcs. That's essentially what we're doing. How far can we get with the orcs, with the base orcs lineup without a hard orc, which I do have. So, yeah. Yes, even a speed primary on Trumguard. In fact, you want Trumgar to have speed. You want him bouncing in and out. You want him moving from offensive to defensive stance. You want that. And so you want him to be fast. It's a little weird to think that you want him to be quick. But you do. It's a little different because you want your tanks generally to be slow, but in this game, if your tank is not fast enough to get his first turn taunt off, then you're probably going to get one of your characters killed really quickly, because a lot of people can just hammer one of your DPSers down, and so you got to make him fast enough so they'll have to think. But even on Trumgar, yes, and most people do. And that's fairly typical. But the idea was, what we're doing here in the tower is, can it be done? If someone is new to the game and these are the characters that they have because they're trying, they went and got Soleus and this is what they have, can they do tower with just this team? At my level, I don't think that's possible. Not with my guys, not with my orcs. My orcs are not good enough. Can you have orcs that are good enough? Yes. Yes, but this team is not good enough, I don't believe. I mean, can it be done? Sure. I think that if you time everything right and do it the right way, I think maybe. All right. Your orcs could until the update. Yeah, that's what. And you Voldvarsh, you were the one who gave me the idea. We talked about it on Discord. Could they go all the way through before the update? You said they could. Mine are not geared up enough for that. Most of mine are. They're geared, but they don't have their scrolls because I put the scrolls somewhere else. Especially Rantha. She doesn't have the scrolls, but I plan on getting Soleus by dropping Corcoran out and putting in Hard Orc. So tower gets you a load of Venomate shards. Yeah, well, if you do well in the tournament, you just get a ton of them as well. It's interesting because I fought this team the last time too. This exact same one. Let's drop the bear, and the maiden fair. Here. So my Trumgar hits hard. Kind of have him set to do that. But as you can see with my other characters, I could just go through here and hit basics. Don't think I can really do that here. Oh, you would shield, wouldn't you? I'm not gonna waste it. Let's go ahead and have the bear taunt. We're just gonna have the bear taunt. He's gonna go away. He can attack the bear. Take One Gaming. What's going on? What's going on, my friend? Glad you're here. It's going well. It's going well. Saving up my tower runs for the guild survivors, and we're running through them now and talking. Lord Varsh, do you have a 7? Were you able to get 7-star Soleus, or do you just? I'm having trouble with the healer challenge too, Jar Jar. You're not the only one, man. In fact, some of the challenges have gotten quite difficult. And so we're gonna go ahead and go over to this battle. We're not gonna use the orcs on this. We're just gonna go to my pride team that I enjoy running. Pride team plus Venomate and Kira. No, I didn't get. I mean, you have a 5-star, I'm assuming, and I can't wait for them to bring it back around. But if they brought it back around tomorrow, I'm not sure I get there. There is a great guide though on Be a Dragon Champions. You know, the Be a Dragon Champions page. I can throw that link in the description. In fact, I want to give you the guide that I have. I didn't create it by any stretch of the imagination. This is done by you know, beadragonchampions.info. But I'm going to drop the link in the description. This is a 7-star guide for Soleus, and it's good, and it tells you basically what you need to be able to get Soleus, and you don't have to have Ardark. And so that's super nice. You know, looks like gear 8, gear 9, mostly at level 65, and he was able to do it and that sort of thing. And then there's a bunch of restart conditions and that sort in the process. So it's definitely doable now, I think. And that's part of the reason why I've kind of stopped with my orcs to a certain extent, is because based on this, it looks like I'm ready, I can be there. But I don't know. Right? I mean, nothing's guaranteed. And it may take hours and hours and hours, you know, to get through. But let's go ahead and just hit the dodge. So it's interesting. I think this combo, this Hera combo, here with Hera and Salvador is really good. And then of course I would add Snorri on here. Snorri and then Freezard, or a healer. But Snorri and Freezard would really be a kind of a fun team. You know, if you're looking to run, you know, something like you know, against Soleus or something like that, I think that would be a lot of fun to do in the raid. I've ran the team in the raid. It does pretty decent. I mean, obviously Soleus is going to do a ton of damage to you, but if you're just trying to get in there and, you know, just put out the DPS right away, it's not a bad way to go on Soleus. So, better pull chat back up. Patriarch here is a healer, yes. Here he is. Patriarchy is considered a healer. He's more, you know, like, and as I've said in other videos, and you may have heard, he's a leader. And his leadership is by far the best leadership in the game at the present time. He does a lot of really, really good things, but I've moved away from him on my arena team because Freezard's so good. In fact, my arena team right now is this team here, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm kind of messing around. So I'm just gonna bring in a normal team. Let's do this actually. Let's bring on Freezard. Let's bring on Snorri. Let's bring in Alara. Let's bring in some people that I normally don't bring in, and see how this goes. He doesn't have a leadership, so let's bring in. Darn. Yep. Well, and what's interesting is Salvador might be the best tank actually in the entire game. Because he's a pre-taunting tank and Hera can give him dodge, there's a lot of good stuff going on there that I would like to, you know, further investigate. And I have them. I'm working on Hera to 7 stars now. She's, you know, she's getting close. Let's see if we can, how do we just blow up people? There you go. So I'm staying away from my top end team at the moment. There we go. Yeah, no, they're worth investing because here's what's going to happen, right? For those that you don't know, right now we're talking about new people who came new to the stream. We're talking about Hera and Salvador. Salvador actually might be the best tank in the game. He is dependent, however, on Hera. And because of Hera's lead, he pre-taunts. At level 6, he cast his hard shell ability on his own. Like he can do it first turn right out the gate, so automatically 90% of all damage, is reduced. All right, to is 90% of damage is reduced, and so he can sit there and just take a beating. And then if you're able to throw counter attack on him, and you have his ability up, he's going to gain shields equal to his max health, and that's pretty dang good. It's fantastic. So, and then she drops dodge on him, which makes him dodge, and then he still countered attacks. I mean, it just keeps getting better and better. But it does take 2 slots, and that's kind of the issue, is that it does take 2 slots, and then who are you going to put them with, right? Well, she's Pride, right? So you want to put her with, you're probably going to want to put, what is his name? Lover, right? Revel in there. And if you're gonna put Lover in there, you might as well put, if you're gonna put Lover in, you might as well put Snorri in, but then you need a healer. And what healer are you gonna use? Right? She's not in the game yet, but you're gonna use Renara, right? So, I mean, I'm already thinking that. Like, that team, when Renara comes out, that team could be really, really good. You have all your Pride plus Snorri, right? And, yeah. So, what are we talking about here? She gets Dispel. Oh, she could Dispel his retaunt as soon as she goes. Who are we talking? Oh, yes, Nightingale. After the Nightingale bug. It's true. I mean, this game seems very balanced. Aquanova, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. She can dispel it. But if you're running a team that can give yourself debuffs, right? So if your Snorri's fast, he can buff himself right away, and then it gives you an extra how many buffs are they going to remove. And so yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. It'll be tight, and it's kind of an interesting thing. I read that ability. I read the ability on Nightingale when I first did it, but I didn't realize it was bugged, and I was kind of like, I'm not really using it. I don't see it working. And when they announced that it was bugged and they fixed it, then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty dang good. And it's really good. But it's counterable if you have fast characters that can put up taunt, or invisibility, like Hera. It confuses the game, and then it's like it's just a very RNG dependent then, and so there is ways to get around it. But yes, if she goes before, if she goes first, he's going to be done. He's going to remove that taunt, right? But then he can taunt, and then he can just use his taunt in his first turn too. So I mean, I screwed up. I shouldn't have done that. I've got to back out. And it does. And it does always take the taunt. It does take the taunt. Well, Jar Jar, thanks for being here, man. We will see you soon. It does seem that that's the case, is that it takes the taunt. So. But it is good to have you here. I accidentally screwed that last one up. It's doing so well, and then cast the taunt right at the end. Messed up. Let's put the bear, and the maiden fair out. I really should be using Hard Orc. Right now I have him, and I don't have any reason not to use him other than the fact that it's kind of this challenge. Yeah, you swap from Hera to a Soul's lead. Yeah, and I don't blame you. And I'm kind of in the same place. It's kind of an interesting way to look at it. I do have to use the taunt now, because RNGesus was not on my side. Mara is such a bad healer. Or not Mara, but Mortha. Mortha is such a bad healer. Yeah. And that's kind of what we were talking about, Aqua, is that my idea is that when you have Hera with her and Revel and Snorri and then Renara when she comes out, I think that's going to be a pretty good team. Will it be meta? Maybe. I doubt it. There'll be other characters, right, that you'll probably be able to use. I mean, right now the meta's shifting, constantly. The meta's shifting pretty heavily. It was very Wonder Lula specific, and now people are going back to Kara and Venomate. It was Kara and Venomate, and and they brought them back. They brought Lula. Lula was broken. They backed off, and so that's kind of where we're at. Oh, that was a that was a big hit. That was nice. Oh, that was fun. I should have slowed it down. That was cool. Mar is quite good. And I think he does better in the tower than he does. I think he does better than what he does in PvP. That's just that's just what Mar does. And so, all right, let's go back to clans here. It's kind of interesting because we're still seeing bot characters. Bot. Yeah, it sounded like I said, ones that were like bought at the store. But let's go Kara. Let's get Venomate back in here. As you can see, my Venomate's only level 62, and he's only got 4. His skills are 4 across the board. My Kira, on the other hand, she's got maxed out basic and secondary. Third ability is 4, and the other ability is 4, and she's decently geared. Let's do this. Let's put the damage up on, and then throw this up over here as well. And then shell. And see, and that's what makes them so powerful. And right now, that's what's happening to me in the tournament. Venomate goes, and then she goes, and then it's done. And if I had a maxed out Venomate, which I should have done, the real problem is that you only for your tower, right? That's what, yeah. Yeah, this is really only the, yeah, Mar only does that for the tower. But if I didn't max out Venomate, I was working on him and I was going to max him out, and then Wonder Lula comes out. And what is Wonder Lula? She's amazing, right? I didn't know she was bugged. I had no clue that she was bugged. And so at first, I mean, it kind of seemed like she was doing a whole lot of damage, and I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I was pretty excited about that. And so that's kind of, oh crap, I brought in an extra healer. I didn't mean to bring in an extra healer. I need to go back. Well, and I should have, and I didn't. And it's a mistake that I made. So I'm gonna leave battle because I actually meant to bring in another DPS. I only needed one healer. So let's do that. Yep, and she will be. Oh yeah, no doubt. If I can get her to 6 stars, which I may not be able to do, because the tournament, I'm gonna hit 70 and end up in the next bracket in the tournament, which could be disastrous. Let's see. Let's bring in Sharp. And like her, I know how good she is. I know how good Cruel is, but once again, I've leveled her. I've got her skills up to a certain spot, and I'm kind of stuck. And now I'm having to make choices. What do I want more than other things? And yeah, at this point, I just don't want to spend. I don't want to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to keep up. Certainly, if things, if YouTube, I'll spend the money if YouTube starts generating money. I'll spend every dime of YouTube money on this. I don't mind doing that. But as of right now, that's not happening. So, probably should have healed by now, but I didn't. Heal. Wasn't paying attention. Heal. Oh, that was so close. I don't know. I don't know if they are. I hope so. I mean, we were talking about that earlier. When it's just, I think it's inherently unfair, for a level 70 to play to fight a level 61, right? Because there's a huge skill gap. There's a gear gap, right? And I think that if they really want to do it, that they could bracket it inside the gear. So, for example, you can have, there's gear starts, I believe, at 60. Let's look at it. I hit the button, didn't I? There it is. All right. So we can look right now, right? There's your first piece of gear right here at gear 8. Right, this one right here, I think you have to be, or gear 9, I think it is. Let's look. So, because Hard Orc's a good example, right? At 68, right, he could have this piece here. If I put this piece on him, which I've been waiting to do, but let's go ahead and just do it now, which is fine. All right, let's put it on here, right? Gear 9, right? This first piece requires a certain level. Right, and I believe it's 62. I could be wrong. And this one requires 70. This one requires 63, and he's 68 right now, so it's kind of hard. 69, and then 70. Those gear pieces inside gear 9, sure. I think that's more than reasonable inside the same gear. That'll force people to gear their people up. I don't think that's unfair. If people can't gear the characters up to there, I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's a game where you spend money to win to a certain extent. I think it's free to play friendly because you can be in that gear gap with someone who's close to you, in your level, and you're okay, right? I think the tournaments would be, right. I think that's the right way to do it. However, right. I think that's just the right way to do it. If you can stay inside that gear gap, then yeah, people who are higher level and have higher gear will be able to max out. Somebody at 69, like me, can have all the gear pieces but the last one. But then at 70, I hit the gear piece, I'm in the next bracket. And yes, there's going to be a disparagement between me and the next person, but it's going to be small. And when right now the gear, gear 10, or gear 9 or gear 10 at level 70. That's the next gear jump. I think that's the right way to do it. And you could do that all the way down to, you know, gear 1. New people could play tournaments because they could be playing against people from gear 1 to gear 2. I mean, you could do it that way. No, and I think you're right. I think that is true. But I mean, eventually we're all going to be 80, right? And what are we going to do? How's that going to work? And so maybe gear is the way to do it. I don't know. Just an idea. No, not you, Hard Orc. Even though I really want to play with you right now, I'm not allowed. We're trying this. We're trying to see how far we can get with the Orkies. No, and I'm not sure either. And like I said, I'm not a huge proponent of it. I saw it earlier today on a Reddit post. Somebody had mentioned that they thought that it needed to change, and it kind of made me think, well, does it need to change? Because I've had times where I'm at the top of the heap, right? Because I'm high level, and you get kind of lucky that way. And then there's other times where you're just not, because you're on the low end of the totem pole, and you gotta kind of have to raise up to get out of it. But yeah, seeing level 80s when you're 71 is not gonna be fun. My question is the next level 70 or is it 71? For me, if I hit 70, am I going to be in the next tournament bracket? Because I still have 70s in my bracket now, and the question is, did they turn 70 while this tournament was going on? And I assume the answer is yes. That's what happened, but I don't know. Here's the problem I have with Orcs, right? I have to use my heal. She's only going to heal back up soon, right? And they're going to end up killing me, right? And I have no real way around it. Mars finally going to come in, but I'm hurting. I'm hurting bad. For now, the best fix they could have is to have brackets to make the participants per tournament smaller. For instance, it'd be easier to fill a 30-person tournament for 80s rather than 100 or 300. Yes, I think that's probably true. And then you could have multiple tournaments going on. And I think that there are multiple tournaments because, like, see, Lord Varsh and I have been playing basically the same amount of time. We happen to be in the same guild. We're virtually the same level. I think he's 70 and I'm 70. He's 70 or 71 and I'm 69. We're really close, but your mom's a nice lady. That's funny. That's the name of this guy. So look, I mean, am I going to die here? Look, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to be able to go through here and beat this. He's going to get squashed. But we're going to try. I think that's probably right, Aqua. I really do. I think that it's probably easier to do it that way. But we've not always been in the same tournament bracket either. Right. That sounds about right. Because you and I are in a tournament together, and I do watch the names of the people who are up at the top, because it's like sometimes I'm like, crap. Oh, it's that guy. He's gonna waste me, because I've had him in a tournament with me before, and I'm just kind of like, oh geez, all right, well. And then the tournament that you and I are in together right now, you know, I felt like it was going really, really well, and then I'm just getting the Venomate Kara just busted me up. And I don't have it. I don't have Venomate that I can sub in a way that would be strong enough to compete. And so, yeah, you watch the top 3. Yeah, it's good. It's a good way to go. And as you can see right now, we're just struggling. Orcs are struggling. Got the heal off. Let's go! There we go. I don't know why I did that. Hit the wrong button. He didn't need the heal. Well, there you go. That's as far as I could go with the main orc team is what? 7? Floor 9? Okay, move floor 8. I can put in hard orc now. Yeah. It's always the same top 10. I join a tournament an hour later and it's usually then do the same. Yeah. Yeah, and I've been up there. I've done well in the tournaments, and this one is kicking my butt. Ooh, I get to put hard orc in now. Look at this. Ooh, yay. Come here, hard orc. Be my friend. And you don't recognize anyone this time. Yeah. And like I said, you're new to me. First day doesn't mean too much. Yeah, and I'm starting to wonder if the right way to do it is just simply not to log in until late during the qualifying period, because people are going to sit there and whip on each other and beat up on each other. Let them. Maybe that's the right move. I won't lie. I mean, I've kind of thought that way for a long time, but I enjoy playing the game so much that I'm just like, I'll just play the tournament. Why not? Who cares? And then there have been times where I do jump in and I find myself being the top dog. In the tournaments that I've won, that's kind of what happened, is that I found myself being kind of the top dog and just running the table. And so I should have casted my regeneration. So let's drop the bear, and the maiden fair. Don't think we're gonna use that. I think hard orc's so cool. I really do. Should I do the regen? No, I think we're not gonna do it. Oh, did he really? Holy crap. Wait until reset to do the qualification. And what I don't know about the qualification, because I haven't waited on it, is that, and what I'm afraid of, for me, what I'm afraid of is a lot of times during the week, I'm in court. And so I'm in court at 11 o'clock my time when it clears up. And so I have a hard time waiting because I got to be able to play when I can. Is that how you ended up in mine? Yeah. Until reset. What do you mean by reset, Lord Fit? Lord Varsh. When the qualification's over, because you only have 24 hours. My understanding is we only have 24 hours, and then we have to either get in or we miss out. Is that accurate? I think that's the accurate way of thinking about it. You have your 24 hours, and then you either enter or you're not in. Yeah, it could mean anything. Yeah, that's kind of my question. I have a good feeling we're gonna get some more regen here. No! No! No. Let's see. We get towards the end here, and I'm gonna... Yeah, see, they just don't do as well. When Trumgar can hit you for 3/4 of your health. Oh, no, no! Oh! Oh, I see. Yeah, for you, yeah. And so for me, it's 11 o'clock, right? No, I wouldn't have been able to. Yeah, it was, but it doesn't matter. But that's kind of the point. That's kind of what we were trying to prove. Can I even get in there? No, not really. Um, it's okay. I'll just bring these guys in and and fill it. I couldn't get to it and to retreat in time. It happened so fast. It happened so fast. Whatever shall I do? Man, they straight up decided they wanted to kill me. Who are these people? Oh, jeez. I have to back out because I don't have a tank. They remembered Lula patch. Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, and they still move so fast. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know what happened. Well, I was a little afraid that messing around with this was going to make it so I couldn't get through the tower run. Which I think is a little interesting because I didn't use any of these characters yet. And so let's just. But they're certainly turn metered up. So let's kill Kara this time. Let's go after Nightiel. That crazy elf. Yeah, how you like me now, elf on the shelf? that was brutal. Let's just reset all our cooldowns here while we're getting through. There we go, much better. There we go. Ouch, back to them. Lord. Good Lord. Have mercy on my soul. That was a tough one. Well, I guess the stream's going pretty well. Thank you everybody for being here. Really do appreciate it. Really appreciate all the subscribers and the new stuff and the growth that you guys are allowing me to have while covering Dragon Champions. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I really do. Thanks. I really appreciate it a lot. I got family in town right now, which is kind of fun. I don't know. Who do you think? Hard Orc? I think I'm going to go right after Hard Orc on this one because he is so good. Problem is, of course, I couldn't kill him fast enough, right? This can get real bad real fast. Die, hard orc. Die. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop the big heal. Let's go get Mar. Mar just lost all his... Oh, I'm gonna buff myself! No, you're not. Did you guys see that? He really can. He really can be super annoying. Let's go ahead and invis. Pop it buffs. You know what? Let's go ahead and... No, we have to go after Tromgar right now. Nice. Alright. Not gonna worry too much. We are gonna pop this though and give him his shields back. Hey. Who said you're allowed to kiss me and get health? Don't do that. There we go. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So, I'm super excited about where this game's going, where the game is taking us. I'm enjoying it a lot. I really am. And we're almost through our tower runs. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's see how we're going to attack this. I got Revel in here, 73. It's gonna be fun. It's going to be an interesting one. I am kind of curious, and I may end up having to back out, throw Soleus into the lead, and bring in another DPS. The content release frequency is both frustrating and awesome. Yes, I think I understand what you mean by that. We're going to go straight after Ken Lee. This has been kind of my strategy for a while with Ken Lee, is that because of the stupid dodge, I tend to just attack him right away, because he's going to dodge. And because he's going to dodge, he's annoying. And so I just attack him right away, get him health low, so I don't have to worry too much. But at this point, I think it's either Revel or Nightiel. I think Nightiel is probably our bigger concern. So we're going to go ahead and go after her. That was an ouchie magouchie. We're going to give this to her so she can make a big hit. Yes, ouchie mogouchie. I did say that. Yeah, you can well, I won't lie. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it was 10%. Like, he dodged so much. He dodged so much that I wondered if it wasn't bugged out. Because I would attack and attack and attack, and it would be dodge, dodge, dodge. It was bad. And you know, I often wondered if it was just straight up bugged. And so that was one of the ones where I was surprised when I read through the patch notes, that wasn't bugged, that they just lowered it. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. Because the weird thing is it's in, like, my Ken Lee never dodged, and the computer's Ken Lee dodged all the time. I was very frustrated by that. But yes, I hear what you're saying about what you were talking about with, you know, the releasing and everything. Yes, they're releasing things so quickly that it's a little frustrating, because how am I ever going to keep up without spending, you know, thousands upon thousands of dollars in the game? The other thing is that we want content, right? I mean, if any of us play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, especially over the last little bit, there has been no content, right? And the lack of content is driving people crazy. And so, look at that. Still 17,000 on a critical on a basic to a level 73 character. It's not bad. Wonder Lula still has it. She still does very well. And so, obviously, we got lots of shards. Lots of shards. So, yay. Look at that. We got through it. Only took us an hour and 45 minutes to get through both. Lord Varsh, I think your question's answered. Can I get through with my orcs? I cannot. I'm glad you could. But like you can see, what we've shown is I went through all of them. I'm not doing all of 9 yet. But if we look at the daily quests, all right? Look at the daily quest here. I have 33. 33. And then tomorrow I'm going to do the rest of them. I'm going to do the rest of them. That should put me right at the top unless someone else in my guild, Lord Varsh, decides that they want to go in and do them as well, but I was holding them all on there. And so that's kind of what's looking at. See, Lord Varsh, there you are. You haven't even done your tower runs yet. You are a bad guildie. No, I'm just joking. So that's kind of where we're at. 33 tower levels completed. Tomorrow I will do the exact same thing again. And that will also provide me with more. And then that's a good way to earn the tokens. All right. In 3 hours and 39 minutes, I'll be able to reset it again and do it again. Let's look at the tournaments real quick. Since I have you guys here, might as well take a look at the tournaments. I am ranked 11th right now. I've been holding this 11th spot in this tournament now for a while. Let's look and see. Oh, look, here's Aquanova. There you go, man. 12-4. Good job. And then a lot of GNL guys. And I know this guy here. It's kind of interesting because he was 68 last time I saw him too. And I wonder if there's just people just like not leveling. And I couldn't say I blame them. I'm tempted to do the same thing. I won't lie. I am tempted just to stay at 69 and just hoard energy. All right. I am tempted just to sit and hoard energy until these other tournaments go. But the problem with doing that is that it may put me at a disadvantage later, right? Because I could just log into the game, all right, gather up all my energy, hoard it, not do any of the quests or anything like that. I could do that until the next event, but I feel like it's kind of cheating, yeah, to a certain extent. I'm kind of like, that's kind of how I feel too, Lord Varsh. This is like, I'm just going to max out. I've been playing the game for a little over a month. I think that just maxing out's the way to go. I'm going to get the shards. That's what it is. That's for whales who just need mats. Well, and yeah, I guess that's kind of true. I mean, I definitely need the mats. There's no doubt about that. I whaled a little. I'm more like dolphined. I dolphined a little, but I put myself in a position where I need stuff. And so, all right, let's look. Let's see what we have here. So we have no healer here. This is an interesting team because they have no tank, right? And we're gonna go right after their Freezard, and then cast a tank here. Doesn't matter if Kira goes off or not, but we're gonna kill her right now. My family just got here back from the store. We're probably gonna be doing dinner soon, so. Oh, can you hear him? Usually people can hear him on my streams. I know my friends when I'm playing Xbox and that sort of stuff also hear my family generally. Yeah, a little bit. I try to have the microphone set up so it's not a big, it's not a big distraction, but you usually can't hear them in the background. In fact, in some of my videos, you can even hear them in the background in some of my videos, and that's okay. I love my family. I got 4 kids. They're 16. They are 16, 13, 12, and 11. They're pretty awesome. So, yeah. It's not bad. They're good kids. But my whole family's kind of here. My wife's sister and her husband are here, and my in-laws are here. They're all here for the break for the Thanksgiving break. And so that's coming up here this next week, and so they're here for the weekend. My son was supposed to be wrestling in a tournament, but he unfortunately was not able to. He's been hurt. Him and my wife and the kids were in a car accident a couple of months ago. They're all fine, but we found out today that he's got a pinched vertebra, and so because he has that, it's a little worrisome. I wonder if I can take this team. Anybody? I'm thinking so. Why is he up in 5th? Let's see if we can bump him. Everybody attack this guy. No, don't attack that guy. Attack the other guys, and then let me attack this guy because I think I can beat him. Yeah, he will be. He'll be fine. He will be fine, I'm sure. It's kind of interesting because there for a while, BlueStacks and the computer and stuff was working so well, and then with the tournaments, it was going really well, and really it was going slow, and now it's going slow again. It's like, ugh, this is why I don't stream the tournaments and that sort of stuff. But hello, baby, how are you?
My husband.
So how's dinner going? Are we doing that?
Pizza is on its way.
Oh, it's on its way. Okay. Well, I'm just doing a couple more. I think we're almost done. We're going to wrap this up here in a minute, honey. I was talking to you, babe. I'm going to wrap this up here in a few minutes, but we're having a good time. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Thanks for all your support.
Yep. So, very nice. They say, haha, hello. So, let's go after Kira. It's the same kind of thing here. No, they have no tank, which is not going to. It's going to make it so they can't get away from me. All right, and then I'm going to be able to cast the tank. I have all these other heals, right? And so all these other buffs, and so it does confuse Nightingale. She's not going to necessarily remove my taunt. She'll remove another ability first, is what I've seen. But we'll kill him, and then we'll just go ahead and heal, because why not? And then Snorri's dead. Snorri's a glass cannon. Like, he's so squishy. Oof, I lost sound. Hey, Robert, how you doing, my friend? Welcome. Yeah, so about that pizza. Yeah, the pizza's coming. As I was telling everybody, we got the family's all in town. My wife's family's here for the holiday, and so they're all here and having a good time. We're gonna have some pizza and that sort of thing. So, but I told everybody I told them I promised everybody that I was going to stream. Yeah, all DPS are squishy. That's true. That's true. So, but I thought I could beat this guy, and I can. So I probably will whip up on him a little bit, and then end up right underneath Aqua Nova on this one, because I think I'm in 5th now. And so, and it's gonna be a little tough because we're gonna have to try to get these guys out of here. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate you saying that. We got the GNL guys here clogging up, and then we got Aqua Nova here, and then more GNL. So it feels like, Aqua Nova and I, gotta get these GNL guys and make sure that they're not cramping up our style. But I'll jump over number 4, but it seems like it's a little rough. I'll fight the same dude again. These other guys' teams are pretty well better than mine, I think. You're gonna hit Scrub. Yeah, get him. I'm struggling with these Venomates. The Venomate guys, they just hit so hard. My team just goes, oh no, it's not good. And that's kind of what I get for putting a bunch of stuff into Lula. Yeah. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to have a thick roster. But thick roster happened because I spent money. So just keep that in mind. You know, I spent money on the game, and I have a thick roster, but I have problems because of that. I have a thick roster, but I also struggle because I'm in a position where I don't have abilities. I don't have ability scrolls for certain characters. I have certain characters maxed, that got nerfed, right? And that's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I think that Lula needed nerfed. I'm not in disagreement with that at all. She was absolutely overpowered, and she was broken. But that's where I'm at. So I don't have a Venomate, and that's really what it was. Is that I was working on Venomate. And working on Kara. I got Kara up, but I didn't get Venomate because I stopped and started doing Lula. But Lula's amazing, so I'm not disappointed at all. She still does plenty of damage. Especially the way I have her currently set up. So you had terrible RNG. Oh no. I don't want to hear that. Let's just heal. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can just have horrible RNG, and if I hit that, I was gonna be so upset. I gotta kill the guy because he'll probably end up just healing, and that'll be awful. So let's just go ahead and stealth it. Boom, 15,000. Now, of course, that's what damage up. So, oh, and there we are. Yeah, sometimes RNG is just rough. It's real rough. And sometimes I like to turn down the speed. So 44 minutes to my next ticket on this one. Like I said, as you can see, I'm in the top. I'm there. I can fight for it. I'm just not sure these other guys are beatable, at least by me. I mean, obviously they've lost. I mean, someone's beating them. And then Mr. Scrub ended up beating Aquanova, who is now below me. We're tied. You and I are both tied. Aquanova, and so I'll have to mount an assault on GNL. I mean, these guys are the one of the top team guilds in there. So random dodges, yeah, I hate that. And so I did talk to the developers. I have a guide coming out. It's going to talk about. I did a basics video, basic mechanic video, and I planned on doing one that is a little bit more in depth, a little nerdier, a little bit of a nerdier video. So we do have, as you can see here, we have a GNL guy as well at the top, but I don't everybody else. See, this is where I have a lot of 70s ones. So this is a 71 guy. I have another 71 here, and then I've got 65s below me. Did you say the pizza was here? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to do this one battle. This is going to be my last battle, guys. Pizza is here. Going to go spend time with the family. But once again, we're seeing a lot of the same characters, a lot of the same stuff. So we're just going to whip up on this dude, I think. We're going to try. So, any last questions? Anybody else have anything they would like to ask or anything like that? Any other questions, concerns, comments? Anything I may be able to address? Anything about what I do? Anything like that? All right, well, let's get in this last battle. Everybody cross their fingers. It was really good. It was really good meeting everybody and coming in here. I hope to see you soon. To everything. Let's see if with this last battle we can win and end the stream on a bang. That is not me getting wasted by Kira and Venomate. I'm gonna go straight after Venomate, I think, this time. Get the ability block on Venomate. There we go. Stunned him. Should be okay. It should remove the taunt here as soon as an IDL goes. There we go. Since he's stunned, let's go after Kira. Let's put an ability block on her. I'm gonna go ahead and... Since their Venomate is still down, we're not terribly worried about him. See if we get some RNG on our side. Thank you, RNGesus. Alright. And, looks like we're gonna make short work. We're gonna make short work of this team. Just go ahead and throw it out there. Go ahead and stealth. 9,000, not bad. There we go. Alright. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Take One. I appreciate you. I'm really enjoying your videos. Keep the good content coming. I try not to, you know, when I want to talk about the events, I know I was late to the party with the events, so I tried to do it a different way. I enjoyed what you had to say about the events that were coming. I'm still not sure how I'm going to handle it. I think that I'm gonna be fine for the events. I'm gonna do Diesel Rog. I don't know if I'm gonna level him up right away. I probably will do my best to get him leveled up so I can test him out for you guys and see what he's like. And then I think I'm almost 100% sure I'll have a 5-star Ember that I can test out, and I will level him up and max him out right away, or her out right away, so I can get some footage and test him out for you guys. But I'm hoping for a 6-star. I think that I might be able to do a 6-star. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate all of your comments and posts. You know, educating me and allowing me to spend some time with you guys today. But if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell, and we'll see you next time when gaming and the law intersect.